And probably the funnest part of it, I don't think I mentioned it before, was populating it with all of the different colors. And yes, I was OCD enough to kind of make sure the colors were separated and not running together in my weird brain. So I got into a bit of hot water with collectors a while ago because I opened a sealed contents He-Man Eternia, and all these butthurt collectors, how dare you, ruining history? And I'm like, listen, I'm showing something that's not film documented, no one can see anywhere, and I showed the world, and 10,000 people got to see it. I want to relive that and show what an unused Eternia looked like and how they came on little trees. So I'm doing the same thing with this Kinnikuman, the Coliseum. Hey guys, Justice Curry with you. This is a video years in the making. Now, I've done videos in the past where I've shown my top toys that I've been on the hunt for, and some of which have taken me many years. This one is one of the same. It's never on eBay. I venture to say you probably don't even know it exists. So come on for a magical carpet ride. I need to change that. Cut.
Curry, but dreams ain't attainable at a whim, and hopes don't really care if you frown or grin, and God does care if you live well or sin, and deep down inside you know you care if you win. So when you reminisce, remember that you have time to live fully, don't hinder that. We can all learn from looking back in the past. Spend too much time there and your life will pass.
Alright guys, I'm back. Thank you for staying with me after that carpet ride debacle comment. I apologize for it. I can't figure out how to edit it out. But, all seriousness, this is something that I've wanted so very long. I know you're gonna love it. If you love vintage toys whatsoever, I'm sure you're familiar with Muscle Men. Yes, the little tiny rubber guys that they hold a very special place in my heart. I'm not going to go into the vast history of Muscle Men and Kinnikuman, their Japan counterpart. I've already done a few videos. If you want to learn more about Muscle Men and Kinnikuman, I have 2 YouTube prior videos with my buddy Jason, who's an expert. I'll post them in the description below, and you can kind of go and dive down that rabbit trail. But Muscle Men is one of my top 3 toy lines. G.I. Joe, He-Man, and Muscle Man. And if you had to make me pick which one is my favorite, Muscle Man would be up there. It'd be like picking my favorite child. You can't do that. You love them equally. But they came in the trash cans, the 10 packs or the 4 packs. Probably have some here. Let's show you up here. Yes, I have to use my ceiling as a way to display things. Where is the Muscle Man 4-pack? Alright, can you see it up there? And then Super 7 has done many, oh jeez, Pete, destroyed everything. Super 7 has used some other toy lines and kind of did like a Muscle Man Street Fighter, or Robotech, or the He-Man crossover. Those are some modern toys, but use the same kind of molding as those little hard plastic rubber guys from the 80s. Now, enough of me babbling on about Muscle Men. Well, in Japan they had a Muscle Man Coliseum or stadium, and once I saw it several years ago, I knew I had to have it. I made a saved eBay search in the US, and literally none of them ever came up. Like, they never were offered for sale, and I saw them in some of the obscure Muscle Man Facebook groups. There's a great one. Again, I'll post a link in the description if you want. If you're a Muscle Man enthusiast, join this Facebook group, because there's tons of other guys just like you and me that have passion for it. But in that group, or in other groups as well, I saw this elusive Dun, da, da, da. Muscle Man Coliseum. I know there's a lot going on, and I'm going to show it to you in great length. But once I saw it, I fell in love with it, and I knew it had to be mine. I saved that search, checked on it daily. Nothing ever came for sale. So I reached out, and a lot of it is networking and having friends in the community. One of my friends, Tony Lin, gets a lot of toys from Japan, has family over there, and was able to finance a deal through him, using him as the middleman, and he was able to go on some of these Japanese sites and find this Coliseum for me. So I got it a few months ago, set it up. So I'm gonna show you some still image or some footage of it set up and pan through it. But these are old toys, and with old toys, both of them, I'll show you in a second, they get hot, and some of the plastic melts, or there's damage from being played with. And I knew I wanted to have a 100% complete one. So the one that I got from him, I love, but, big but, I wanted it totally complete, and isn't it beautiful? I wanted it complete, and there were two, mind you, two things that just bugged me, and I had to have them perfect. So I did what any crazy toy collector would do, and I purchased another one right over here with unused contents, just so I could swap them out and get these little tiny, let me zoom in for you, banners of the Muscle Men. There's supposed to be 6 of them. In my displayed version right here, I only have 4. So I needed the other 2, and the 2 that came with this set were damaged. So I bought a brand new one, spent hundreds of dollars just so I could have a complete one, because this is one of my very, very favorite pieces in my entire collection. I've kind of put different Kinnikuman Muscle Men, modern ones, some of the big Muscle Men Kinnikuman that they had only available in Japan, some custom, I don't think there's actually any customs, and then Monster in my pocket. There's a leaderboard up there, as you can see, and it's beautiful. It is screaming with color and explosion, much like the rest of my toy room, screaming with color, variety, insanity. That Coliseum matches perfectly. You can see why I love it. So I got into a bit of hot water with collectors a while ago because I opened a sealed contents He-Man Eternia, and all these butthurt collectors, how dare you, ruining history? And I'm like, listen, I'm showing something that's not film documented, no one can see anywhere, and I showed the world, and 10,000 people got to see it. I want to relive that and show what an unused Eternia looked like and how they came on little trees. So I'm doing the same thing with this Kinnikuman, the Coliseum. And this is the one that I had purchased previously that I have on display. And this is the one that I just got yesterday in the mail. So I haven't gotten those 2 out yet, the 2 little banners that I want to switch out. Some really, really cool artwork and promotional things to show other items that were available. You guys are going to love this. Look at that. There's some little Kinnikuman. I gotta get in touch with my Japanese speaking friends. Those little kits right there, those little model kits, I actually have, because when I bought the first one they came with it, and their 28 packs are much different with the artwork than ours were. Little gumball machines. You probably recognize some of these Muscle Men from your childhood that came in the gumball machines that were made of a much softer plastic, which I have in my showcase here. Sorry, let me get the Why is it not switching back over? Okay. I'll get complaints sometimes of people going, Justice, work on your focusing, do this. And I'm like, I'm doing this for free to show you guys for free entertainment. I'm not Netflix, I don't charge you money. I'm not other YouTubers that have advertisements. The only time I have advertisements is because I use copyrighted material, songs, and then they flag it in the algorithms. But I don't make no money. So those 4 banners, we're gonna look at this together. Came in a plastic baggie. I'll pull each and every one of them out. The unbroken tree. When they mold it in plastic, those 4 posts are the 4 posts of the wrestling ring. And then there's the the microphone for the announcer. So you'd break this off of the tree. Oh God. Now I know why people are getting mad all the time at me. Josh, get a focusing. All right, there's the microphone. You'd break those pieces off. It came with 4 figures. Just dump these out. Can't believe I'm opening this. Probably only a few more in existence. See, the one I got as well, the plastic must melt at a certain temperature, and I don't know what kind of heat that Japan gets, but maybe it's similar to our Florida or whatnot. And if this is in an attic or what have you, some of the plastic melts. See how this is melting? It did the exact same thing in the other one. A lot of pieces are melted. Just the nature of the beast. So I can't worry too much. I'm even being a little too OCD with how I did it this time around. I got a buddy who will probably buy my extra one. If for one, yeah. Follow me on Facebook, because most of my sales, most of my rare toys I offer on my profile. So go to Justice Curry, hit the follow button, and many of the items in my personal collection, including this one, if my buddy doesn't buy it, will be offered. So don't message me, or is it available, especially 2 years from now, because it'll probably be gone by the time I post this video. Here's, oh, pieces melt together. It's so weird. It's like this gummy, tacky stuff. Ah, come on, open. The leaderboard, the brackets of who's advancing to the finals. And then, this is kind of neat. The figures that came with the set were unique to the set, because these came with the first one I bought, but this is the tree. This is the wasted parts of plastic that go in the mold, and they inject the plastic in there, but they left this piece on, and then the individual collector can pop them off, and I'm surprised they're not falling off of how wobbly that is. This is why I purchased a second one. This is exactly why I got it, because these little cells go in these brackets. You put the bracket, you cut them out, you put the cell in there. I had to cut the other ones as well, and 2 of these just had damage to them from the melting that I just wasn't comfortable with, and I go, nope, this is going to be my end all be all top 5 toys of all time that I love in my collection, and then I want it complete, which I'll go to great extents to do. So I'll get my scissors out and cut this. I know your collectors, oh, you're cutting one, there's only a couple left in existence. That's mine. I do what I want with it. I want it on display. Now, if I was if I took this 1985 Footloose G.I. Joe and I opened them live in front of you, yeah, come at me with pitchforks and torches, because I just turned a $300 item into a $30 item. But if I was rich and just wanted to do whatever I want to do and go, I want the best one that's never been touched by anybody, that's my prerogative. Which I wouldn't do. I wouldn't do that. I'll just find one mint on eBay and buy it. I love these little hangers, these little banners. If anybody can tell me what they say, I'd appreciate it in the comments. Let's see. Poppy. Remember that term being used, Poppy. Let's see. Hope everything's not backwards. Is it going to be backwards? It probably will be. Let's see if I do this. Alright, cool. So a little catalog to buy other toy lines. Some of them you will recognize. Some of them probably unique. A lot of Transformer and GoBot looking things. Or Rob the Robot almost looking. Oh, Meteorbs. Meteorbs. These molds were later taken by the He-Man franchise, Masters of the Universe, Mattel, and rebranded. That's cool. So those would be probably considered knockoffs, even though they might have been before He-Man. So little locks for your bike or keepsakes. More GoBot looking watches and Transformers. Really cool advertising. Bandai. And then for the Muscle Man itself, for Kinnikuman, this might be, I might wait to post this video until I have this in my possession, because what I often has is I never told anybody I was looking for this set, because I learned years ago that if I, Justice Curry, make a post on Facebook and say, hey, anybody have this? I'm looking for this. Let me tell you what ends up happening. 1,000 people will see the post. 100 of those people will go, wow, I never knew that existed. And then 50 of those people would go, you know what? I really want that. And next thing I know, I just created demand for the product. So they're gonna have a saved eBay search as well as me. So I might be at work and they're not at work, and then a buy it now comes out and boom, they bought it before I did, because I stuck my foot in my mouth and shot myself in the foot. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wait to post this video until I can own this cool one. Where am I? So it's like a little, I don't know, what would you call that? Another looking bracket, but they're all in little stackable rings. It's super neat. There's the stadium, Coliseum, Ultraman stuff, Gundam it looks like, some headsets, various gadgetry. Oh wow, I forgot the name of that thing. Oh wow, that's cool. That's really cool. So it also came in this, all these pieces, and then you just assemble the pieces. They fit together by looking at the instructions. Instructions tell you how to do it, which, if my memory serves me correct, instructions on the first one I got were white paper. No? It's the same. Yep, see what I mean? That happened. It's almost like the kid put a cigarette out on it. And they do the same little melting things. Must have a low threshold. This one was good, but my OCD didn't allow me to have 5 instead of 4. I needed it to be even up there. Weird little ticks, I guess. Oh, that came with 2. And we already looked at this, I believe. Yeah, showed the ring. Did we look inside, though? Oh, there is no inside. That's awesome. So you'd put it all together, and you would get the most cool ring in the world. Nothing more. There's the actual ring itself, and you put the 4 pillars on that. There is, 30-plus-year-old rubber bands that feel sticky, and those would be the ring. The wrestling ring, not belts, but ropes, sorry. So This came with the same kind of wrestling ring ropes, but it's like an old rubber band, and it didn't hold up real well, didn't look right, it was sticky. So I went to Hobby Lobby and then just went around to their various strings and found one that I thought would look nice, and then put it on there, tied it in double knot, hid the knot on that side of the ring, cut off the excess pieces to give me almost a perfect seamless. There's the little microphone with the announcer and the bell by my little Rubik's Cube guy. Really fascinating piece. I love it. I hope you do too if you're still watching the video. Hopefully, I'm sure you do, because it is neat, and it is definitely a toy that most people never knew existed, because there's not a lot of information on it, nor are there videos, especially in the US, talking about it or just showcasing it. And that's why I do these videos. I want people to learn about new things, see things that they haven't seen before, because that's the fun of it. Not just keeping it locked away, my precious, no one knows about it. So yeah, I've had to reset it up several times because my kids start playing with it and knocking it down. But I'm okay with that, because I want them to learn how to function this camera so they can someday be my videographer and not have me messing around, monkeying around while I'm talking to you all. So I promise, when my kids become of age, they will become my new videographers, so I don't have to be a one-man show. But it don't matter. This is fun. This is awesome. I love talking with you guys. I love sharing my passion of this journey, and now getting a special piece in my collection that will forever be there. So thanks for the views. Should I say views? Yeah. Make sure to follow me on social media, including Facebook. A shameless plug. If you ever have toy collections, I'm constantly buying, because how do you think I can afford this kind of stuff? I don't use my real world money. I use my Mama Don't Know fund, and that comes from flipping toys. So I buy $100 worth of toys, sell it for $150, take that $50 and buy more toys over and over again to finance my personal collecting. So yes, if you have toy collections, want to thin things out, hit me up on Facebook and we can talk. Alright, love you all. Be kind to one another, especially in this crazy world that we're living in. But it's always crazy. It's because sin is in this world. We're fallen. I'm no better than you are. Ain't nobody without sin. So I know where I'm going after I die. Why am I? You know what? I don't care. I'm going to be loud and proud. I don't care. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. I hope you have a relationship. I don't care. I'm unapologetic. Satan turned off my camera. I'm turning it back on. I'm going to give the message of Christ one way or the other. He's real. He died for our sins. We're all with sin. These toys will not bring happiness. Only a relationship with the one true God will. And don't be on your deathbed. Get a relationship now, because no one knows the date and time we will die. I might die tomorrow before I upload this video. We're not guaranteed anything, and life is so quick. Life is so short. It's a vapor. The real eternity, the real treasures are not this. It's in heaven. Love y'all. Take care. Alright gang, it's finally 100% complete the way I like it. I am so thankful, excited to have this one of the top pieces in my collection. It really rings true with my heart and eye-catching happiness. It's that itch of your collecting that you just can't scratch sometimes. This scratched that itch. And probably the funnest part of it, I don't think I mentioned it before, was populating it with all of the different colors. And yes, I was OCD enough to kind of make sure the colors were separated and not running together in my weird brain. So it wasn't a pattern, it was more sporadic with an explosion of color. So there you have it. All 6 cellophane type marquees with the characters up there are now in my Coliseum. Don't message me, I already found a buyer for it. My local buddy has also been looking for one for years, so he's gonna purchase the extra one because I can't imagine there's too many of these in the States. So thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Love you all. Enjoy the adventure.